Hello, class, and welcome to Principles of Microeconomics Eco 2252 XTIA. Before I continue with everything, and I've already sent out an announcement regarding this, there are two sections in this one particular course. There's the XTIA section and there's the XTIC section. You signed up for one of those particular sections. If you signed up for the XTIA section, you take a proctored midterm. If you signed up for the XTIC section, you're going to take a proctored final, even though everyone is listed in the XTIA section. So I just want to make sure that everyone understands that. I did this last semester, and there were a few hiccups going into that. So I just want to make sure that everyone understands what they are expected to be taking regarding their midterm and final. With that being said, I'm Dr. Bird. This video is a little late. I was quite a bit busy last week, and I've seen that a good bit of you have already settled into the course and already done the discussion board post, your early entry assignments and things like that. So what I want to do with this video, this introductory video, is just talk about what I expect out of you in this course and to show you around the course to provide some helpful hints to you as you go along in this particular course. So I'm going to start with the syllabus. Just to give you a brief overview, I'm sure most of you have already looked at the syllabus, and you can see, again, I just reiterate who's taking what for their midterm and for their final. If there are any problems with you and myself for this course that we can't resolve, then the contact for the course will be Dr. George Crowley. He is not, I misread that. He is the department chair for economics and finance. So you can contact him if there's an issue that we cannot resolve, but hopefully there won't be any issues that we're going to have problems with, and we go throughout this course fairly smoothly. So this is your Principles of Microeconomics. This is a sequence course with 2251, which is Principles of Macroeconomics. Many of you probably have already taken Principles of Macroeconomics if you're in the business school. And the textbook, I'm not going to really read through this entire syllabus. I'm going to highlight a few things. The textbook that you're using is the 8th edition Economics, Principles of Economics by Greg Mankiw. And it comes out of Cengage. And with the book, if you go to the bookstore and you purchase the book, it is, I think, $205, but it's the full textbook, and use that for Principles of Macro and Principles of Micro. And it comes with 2 access codes. I think they're tokens now, so I think you get 1 code and you get 2 tokens. I think that's how it works now. But use those for your Principles of Macro and your Principles of Micro. So you're really only paying $100 per course, which is a pretty good deal compared to what you would pay in some other courses, I would think. Let's see, method of evaluation. Throughout this course, you're going to be evaluated several different ways. The largest part of your course grade comes from the MindTap Aptly homework assignments, and those, you get a lot of different attempts that go into those, and I'm going to jump into that given that I have enough time to show you. But you can see how you're evaluated. Your gradebook in Canvas automatically updates whenever you complete an assignment, and it's a running total, so you see how you stand in the course. If it were to end today, no other assignments were to be given. So be sure to just monitor that, and I'm going to send out reminders to each and every one of you on a weekly basis regarding those types of things. Course requirements and stuff like this, make sure you go through this information and understand what's expected of you in this. The online discussion, it is very important that you post your initial discussion board post on Saturday. They're all going to be due on Sunday, but make sure you do your initial post, that is answering the questions, on Saturday and not on Sunday, because I do take off 10% of your grade if you post it on Sunday. And the reason why I implement this is because it gives students a chance to respond to your post on Sunday. Perhaps they disagree with it, they want to provide some constructive criticism, just to give them the opportunity, as opposed to you perhaps doing your discussion board post Sunday night at 10 o'clock. So the other things in here, your MindTap and Aptly homework, I'm going to try to get to that. Graded homework just goes along with your MindTap stuff there. Midterm and final exam, it explains when your midterm is, when your final exam is. Your midterm for this course for everyone is going to be in week 6. Some of you will take a proctored exam. Some of you will not take a proctored exam. Your final exam occurs in week 9. Some of you will take the final exam proctored. Some of you will not take it proctored. Again, it all depends on what you registered for for this particular term. Now, there are a host of other supplemental materials, and I'm going to jump into that stuff in a minute. But at the very end of your syllabus is the course schedule, and you can see what's expected of you each week. And I'll send out weekly reminders like I did yesterday, what's expected of you in a particular week. So let me go ahead and jump into the modules. It's a long syllabus, not the longest though. So in your modules, you're going to have a bunch of different weekly modules, and you have a start here and your, let me close this down, and you have the MindTap and other, trying to close this down, the MindTap help and other required stuff. In those two modules, you need to read through those modules first before you can jump into module 1, because your entry assignment is based on the start here and the MindTap help files as well as the syllabus. So let's just go ahead and jump into module 1, and all modules are going to have the same feel. I don't know why there's a -3. Every time I try to delete it, it reappears. I don't know what's going on there. But in each module, you're going to have a procedures that lets you know what to do each week. Okay, so in the procedures, you can see that. The previous 2 modules tell you what to expect out of the module, out of the chapters that you're going to be covering. So here are your objectives. And then your overview just kind of gives you an overview of what to expect from each chapter. Okay, so let me get back out of that, and I want to show you the helpful things in these modules. And if I'm rushing through this, it's because I only get 15 minutes in this particular video. So let me get to, let's see. All right, so in each module, there are going to be a variety of supplemental materials to help you out. Some of these are going to be hosted in MindTap. Some of these are hosted on Canvas. So if I go to the supplemental materials page here, you're going to see every module should have one of these. You might not be for every particular chapter, but every module should have a worked problems. And if you click on these work problems, it's going to be a Word file. So I'm just going to open the file so you can see what it looks like. And this Word file is going to be a question and answer where I'll actually work out, I give you the answer, then I show you how I arrived at the answer. And these are going to be specifically for the math problems that you're going to be facing in each chapter. So you definitely, I would think, want to look at these if you're struggling with some of the math concepts, because those will help you out. These are some lecture-like videos by Tomlinson, and there's some other things in here that you might want to look at, maybe you don't want to look at. Cengage has been actively doing more videos to help students, and so you can see these video problem walkthroughs. So if I click on one of these, it's going to launch me into MindTap, and this actually gives us a good introduction to jump into MindTap. But if you launch one of these, you can get step-by-step instructions on how to calculate different things in the course. Let me actually kind of lower. I'm trying to lower this, but it's not giving me the opportunity to do so. But you just click on the video, you watch the video, and it explains how you calculate, in this particular case, the opportunity cost of something. So I think that gives you a pretty good indication as to the variety of materials that you're going to get in order to help yourself out in this course. Let me go to the other thing that I wanted to show you. Let me go back here. You go to the other thing that Cengage has to offer, and that's going to be the adaptive test prep. So I'm just going to click on the adaptive test prep here, and let's launch it into a new window. It's going to launch me into the Cengage window. And with the adaptive test prep, this is really good if you just want extra practice. If you just want to take a bunch of other exam questions, exam style questions, this is a good way to help you prepare for your exams. And so what you do is you go into each particular section for a chapter, and you would say, all right, let's go chapter 1. I'm going to click all the sections here, which I've already done. you come over here and you say, how many questions do I want to do? Well, I'm going to do 10 questions. So let's take the test now. And so you take the test, you just go in, look at me, I'm taking tests, yay, I'm getting answers. And then I'm trying to get to this as fast as possible so you can see at the end. Let's see how well I do guessing. Got one more question. And then it's going to give you feedback as soon as you're finished. Well, I'm assuming it's going to give you feedback here. Okay. Next. Previous. Did I miss one? Next. Next. Hold on. Pause. I see what the problem is. The problem is I couldn't see the submit and review test because my face was in the way. So here you can see that I did terrible. I've got 1 question out of 10 right, so I'm very bad at what I do. But it goes in, you can actually see the feedback for each particular question. Now, some of these questions are going to actually have, they're going to link you to the ebook, so it gives you a better explanation. But some of these questions will actually have videos that accompany them. So you can see here, it tells you how to calculate, in this particular case, the opportunity cost of something. So some of these questions have videos that give you more explanation as to why you might have missed this question and to coach you along to help you better understand that particular question. All right, so the very last thing that I wanted to show you inside each module is what you're going to be doing each week. And there's another video that's on the homepage, or it should be on the homepage. And this is really going to revolve around doing your homework. So if we click on your homework, it's going to launch you into, again, it's going to launch you into MindTap. For each question, now let me just give you the overview here because you can watch the other video on getting the 3 attempts. But for each particular question in your homework, you get 3 attempts to do that one question. So attempt 1, attempt 2, and attempt 3. Whenever you do a question, don't hit this yet. Don't hit the I'm done, great assignment now. Do all the attempts if you're not getting the highest mark possible. And so you would do grade it now. So I'm just going to choose something. I don't know what the answer is. And it says, okay, I got it wrong. Try another version. Keep trying it. Read the explanation that's down here. See if you understand the explanation. Try another version, and you'll get those 3 attempts. You can see here on attempt 1, I got a 0. So here I'm going to say, it's $11. I don't know. Grade it now. Again, I was wrong, but eventually I might get it right if I'm actually reading the question. But you can get those 3 attempts per question. So make sure that you are doing that so you can better understand what is going on with the question, better get a better understanding of the concept, and get a better grade. Okay, so with all that being said, last thing I'm going to show you in this course before I wish you well here is that these are some of the videos that I personally created. So underneath each module are chapter videos, and if you go to the chapter video here, it's going to give you it's going to give you a topic that goes along with each video. Now, some of these videos, the audio quality is not so great. I do apologize for that. They were much better towards the end of the modules than they are at the beginning with the modules. But they give you topics so you can pinpoint as to what you would prefer to watch. And then the very last video for every chapter are going to have work problems. And I'm actually working out and I'm showing you how you solve these particular problems. Now, this is useful because some of these are going to be problems that I looked at the Applia questions and I solved them out. Now, the Applia stuff is algorithmic and it changes, but you're going to get a flavor for what it looks like. So with all that being said, I've got 1 minute left. What I want to do is wish you well throughout this term. And if you have any questions, do not hesitate to contact me via my email, via my phone, whatever. And if you need additional help with anything, we can go into this collaborations thing over here, and we can do some collaborations where you can see my computer screen and we can work out problems if we need to. So feel free to contact me at any point during the term. I'm going to be updating you on a weekly basis, almost on a daily basis with a lot of different information. So take advantage of that information that I update you with. And again, good luck.